All rights go to Disney and Pixar for this video, and also Tiermaker. Hi, today we're doing a tier list on Disney and Pixar films. We've got a few tiers: masterpiece, great, really good, good, okay, meh, trash, garbage, and then some other ones. Snow White is really good. I like the characters, and not the best thing about the film. The songs are the best film. The problem with the film is the story is a bit felt like a cartoon. Well, it is a cartoon, but felt like not a proper film. But it's still a good test for Disney because it was their first film. We've also got the tiers I want to see, because I want to see every Disney film if I can, and haven't seen but don't remember. I've seen Cinderella, but I don't remember it at all. Well, I remember a few bits about it, but nothing to form an opinion on the film. Melody Time and The Adventures of Ichabod is alright. I want to see Sail. There's films that. So it's not just I want to see, it's the ones I don't. The ones at the bottom of the tier I don't want to see at all. These ones are just alright. I've seen the Alice in Wonderland, but I don't remember it at all. Nothing to form an opinion on. I like the Cheshire Cat though. Peter Pan I don't remember at all. And I don't remember Lady and the Tramp either. And also Sleeping Beauty I don't remember. Let's speed it up for the ones I'm putting in this category. Oh wait, I haven't seen, The Great Mouse Detective, but it would be pretty high on my want to see one. Oliver and Company is one of the films I haven't seen for a long time, but it's one of the more memorable ones. Not the most memorable, we'll get to that. And thinking of the tone of voice I'm putting, you might think it's really bad. And guess what? You're right. But Oliver and Company is a great film. I like the music, I like the villain. It's a very unpopular opinion. I just like this film. It's great. Actually, I'm putting Rescuers in meh. Just not a very good film. It's a bit boring. Despite I dislike the first Rescuers, I do want to see the Rescuers Down Under because I've heard really good things about it. I think I liked the setting. I think I've seen a bit of it. It looks cool. Here's the next unpopular opinion. Fantasia's meh. I'd just rather see a film with a story. Actually, it's okay. Yeah, Fantasia goes into okay. I'd just rather see a film with a story, but I do like Chernobyl. This film kind of has a story, but it's broken up into little pieces. So short stories. Just not my thing. Now it's time for the first film I consider bad. Pocahontas. One word to describe this film is boring. Not the most boring Disney film, we'll get to that. But it's literally one of my least favourite Disney films. Probably third at worst. Because it's just so boring. Now it's time for Hercules. A really good film. That's what I have to say about it. I haven't seen it for a long time, but I remember it just being good. Really good. Just interesting. I like Hercules, yeah. I like the characters, I like the songs, I like the animation. I like the setting. That's all I really have to say about Hercules. Hunchback is good. I used to dislike this film for the ending. But looking back on it, I see what's good. I see it's a pretty good film. Like, not one of my faves. Definitely not. And I won't spoil the ending. But it's just a good film. Despite me thinking the first one is okay, I want to see Fantasia 2000 a bit. It just seems cool. Like, not... Like, just... It seems a bit more interesting, like, with the flamingos. The first film I don't want to see is Dinosaur. Because people say it's boring. And it probably is. To me anyway, Dumbo is Disney's first big hit. I just find it a great film. Just interesting. I like the characters, I like the songs, the animation. Yeah, just a good film. Atlantis seems boring, to me anyway. That's why I don't really want to see it at all. I'm at least familiar with the source of Treasure Planet. So that's why I'm putting it above Atlantis. I'm not sure if I actually have seen Brother Bear, but if I haven't, it seems cool. That's what I have to say. Frozen 2 is just okay. Sure, I don't remember the first one, but I know it's better. But, Frozen 2 just doesn't really have an interesting story for me. That's what I have to say. Back when I watched this film, I remember having a good time watching it. Like, it's just enjoyable. Like, I love the internet setting. Like, I love all the references. Like, you know what I mean by references. Like, that Disney place. It's the internet setting just makes this film for me. I don't think I've ever heard of Reluctant Dragon. Well, I actually have. But I know nothing about it. This is the most I know nothing about it of the Disney films for me. No, that film goes to Victory Air Power. No, never even heard of that before making this tier list. I know nothing about it, and it doesn't seem my kind of film, so I don't want to see it. Not much to say about Salados Amigos, I just haven't seen it. This film I'll never see, because Disney's covered it up. Because it's racist for the stereotypes, and I find that disgusting. So that's why I'm not never gonna watch that film. Don't know this film? I do want to see Mary Poppins. It seems cool. Tangled is a masterpiece, one of my favourite films. I like the characters, especially Pascal and Maximus. And I love the art, the animation. I love the story. Just everything about Tangled is amazing. Same thing could be said with Moana. Like, I love the animation in Moana. I love the characters, especially Tatato. Oh my days, I don't know how to say his name. Tamatoa. Yeah, that's it. And that's what I have to say about Moana. Oh, and I love the songs too. I love Nightmare Before Christmas. It's so good. I like both holidays, how they're presented in the film. And I love the animation. This may not be my favourite stop motion film. That has to go to Coraline, but this is a good film. Toy Story is amazing. Like, I just love a lot about it. But it's one of the weaker Toy Stories. because the other two are so good. We'll discuss the fourth one later. I also love Toy Story 2. It's even better than the first. Just because I like the introduction of Jessie. A Bug's Life, in my opinion, is kind of underrated. People say it's bad, but I think it's enjoyable because I like the circus, bugs, and everything else. Monsters, Inc. is another great film. How do I explain why I like it? It's just a good film because it's actually hard to explain why I like it. It's just I love the interaction between Mike and Sully. That's all I have to say about Toy Story. Monsters, Inc. From the ones I've seen, Finding Nemo is the third worst Pixar film. Because the characters, other than Nemo and the Tank Gang, are not very interesting, including Marlin and Dory. They're not interesting. Just not interesting. The Incredibles is good too. I mean, like, a masterpiece because I just love the superhero theme and stuff. Like, it's just interesting. And I love the villain too. Ratatouille is amazing because I love the themes of food and I love the setting of Paris. That's what I really have to say about Ratatouille. It's a really good film. And I love the characters. WALL-E is another great film because I love the romance between Eve and Wally. That's what I really have to say. Toy Story 3 is a masterpiece. I love the villain. I love the setting. I love the characters. I love the story. I love the animation. Just amazing film. I love the ending. Not gonna spoil it. I just love this film. I don't really want to see Cars 2 because, you know what? I'll get to the reasons later when I review another film. I just don't want to see it. I love Monsters University. I know, unpopular opinion, but it's just such a good film because I love the scare games. Yeah, just an amazing film. Finding Dory is much worse than Finding Nemo because at least Finding Nemo had the tank can. But this doesn't really have any good characters. And that clam, oh, the clam is annoying. Fun and Fancy 3 is good. It's just good. I can't really say much about it. I like the giant story. It's just good. Brave is a really good film, but I don't have much to say about it. It's just good. I like the characters, kind of. The animation is stunning. I actually like the bear plot. It's just really good. I'll put Cars 3 under Cars 2 for films I want to see. I don't want to see either of them. I think The Reluctant Dragon downwards, so I don't want to see any of these films. At least Cars 2 had a good, at least Cars 2 has a spy plot, that seems cool. Incredibles 2 is great. Like, I love it. I love the screensaver. I find Bob a really interesting character in this one. Just interesting. Toy Story 4 is okay. I'm not gonna say much about this because I'm planning to do a negative review on it. Not the whole film, but just the ending. But it's just an okay film. But it would be really good if the ending didn't ruin it. Yeah, the ending. Let me just say, Toy Story 4 had the worst film ending I've ever seen. Okay, Onwards had the best film ending I've ever seen. And this came just right after Toy Story 4. No, I meant like The Pixar films go like Toy Story 4, then Onward. Onward is amazing. It had an emotional ending. I love the journey. It's a great film. Now it's time to move on to the 2 worst Disney films. The second worst Disney film I've ever seen. Well, this is Pixar, but it still counts. Disney plus Pixar then. Is Cars. I hate Cars. Because one word to describe it is boring. It's the most boring animated film I've ever seen. It's just so boring. But nothing can compare to my hatred of the number 1 worst Disney film. This is an unpopular opinion, but Fox and the Hound is awful. Because of one character, the granny. She is portrayed like a sweet lady, but she's actually kind of a villain because she did something really horrible. I'm not going to go into too much depth into this one because I'm planning on a review of it. A really negative review. So, be on the keep your eye out for that. It'll probably be next year, actually. But let's talk about my favourite film now, Coco. Coco is amazing. Coco is perfect. Like, nothing can top Coco. Maybe Coco 2? Please, Pixar, make Coco 2. I like the themes of family. I just love Coco. That's what I really have to say about it. It's just such an amazing film. And that's my list. Hope you all enjoyed this video. So, that'll be it for me. So, see ya. Bye.